Hello, dear children. Today we shall read and learn a beautiful poem of class 7 from Unit 2 2.1, and the name of the poem is From a Railway Carriage, written by the poet R.L. Stevenson. The poet R.L. Stevenson tell us what one can see from a railway carriage. According to the poet, the railway carriage moves faster than even ferries and witches. It passes bridges, ditches, meadows, hills, plains, and stations in the wink of an eye. From the carriage, one can see a child gathering brambles, a tram just standing, a meal, a river, etc. Everything just passes by. So let's see, with the help of the poem, I'm going to read out this poem for you all. Unit 2 2.1, From a Railway Carriage. Faster than ferries, faster than witches, bridges and houses, hedges and ditches, and charging along like troops in a battle, although the meadows, the horse and cattle. All of the sides of the hill and the plain fly as thick as driving grain, and ever again in the wink of an eye, painted station whistle by. Here is a child who clambers and scrambles all by himself and gathering brambles. Here is a tramp who stands and gazes, and there is the green for stringing the daisies. Here is a cart run away in the road, lumping along with man and load. And here is a meal, and there is a river, each a glimpse and gone forever. R.L. Stevenson. The rhythm in the poem reminds us of its subject, which is a train, as the poem was, written as a long time ago. It doesn't describe a modern train. The rhythm of the train follows the sound pattern of a steam engine. So, if you see that how poet explain and observe each and every moment, and he has captured from a railway carriage. So is an account of the poet observation from the carriage of a speedy train. In the beginning, the poet compares the pace of the train with the speed of a fairies and witches, who are supposed to move quickly from one place to another with the supernatural powers. As the train moves forward, it leaves behind bridges, houses, rows of bushes and ditches. It is moving forward in a line as army men advance in a battle. He says that one can observe the horses and the cattle grazing in the meadow through the window of the train. The beautiful sides of the hill, if you see, and the flat land are passing so quickly that they appear blurred and unclear. All these views are so beautifully, observed and described by the poet. So, like drops of rain falling rapidly with a whistling sound. The train passes to different station. It's running so quickly that the painted station seems almost invisible. Many times you all have observed this thing when you travel by, not only by train but any mode of travel. When you travel by cars, bus, you should see different sceneries. So same way, the poet, he whatever he observed, he has given words to it. So the poet then sees some human figures like a child who moves, who struggle alone and climbing over an uneven land. The child has collected some rough, thorny vines. Apart from him, there is homeless traveler who is standing and gazing at the train. In the green field, the poet observes some village women putting together daisies on a string. Daisies on a string means gajra. The poet also noticed a cart running on the road. It carries a man and some load and moves along with difficulty. At last, the poet catches a glimpse of a meal and a river. The poet finally says that each of the glimpses stay for a brief moment and then disappear forever. So even if you see, if you take your example or my experience, I have traveled a lot by train. I vividly remember one short train journey to the mountainous region. The things that I saw from the train were both natural and man-made. I saw some pine trees, saw valleys, were snow clad, and some human settlements also. I saw dark tunnels though through which our train passed. I saw people standing near the rail bridges and mountain covered with snow. I could also catch a glimpse of some wild animals. This is my example. Even you, when you travel through any mode of travel, if by train, by car, or by any vehicle, you see lots of things, lots of sights, lots of view, and it's move quickly. So here the poet, yet in the first stanza, he compares the train speed with ferries and bridges. So I hope you like my lesson. So let's see some difficult meaning also. So we have word brambles. So why brambles means vine or bushes that have thorns on their branches. Then we have another word, carriage, separate parts of a passenger train. Cart, a horse-drawn vehicle with four wheels used of transportation. Cattle, a domesticated animal like cow and bull. Then we have word clamber, to climb in an ungraceful manner. Daisies, flowers that have yellow petals and white center. Ditches, long narrow space dug to hold or move water. Fairies, imaginary beings with magical powers and wings. Gaze, to look at something firmly. Glimpse, a brief look, means very quick, very swift. Hedges, a row of shrubs and small trees forming a boundary. Lumping, a support and move a load with difficulty. Meadows, flat areas of open land covered with grass. Scrambles, to move over something quickly. Plain, flat land having trees and grasses. Sights, things that one see. Tramp, someone who travels from one place to another looking for work. If you ask me in a simple language, you can say like a beggar. Troops, group of army men. Wink of an eye, very quickly, very swiftly, you can say, which is the women who practice magic, black magic, you can say. Okay, we have many rhyming words in this poem. So the first stanza, it says that witches and ditches. Then we have another rhyming, battle and kettle. Then we have plain, rain, rain again, I buy. So now just let me know your experience also, share your experience also. Have you ever traveled by train? Share your experience to me. You can mail me. Thank you very much.